Ever spent hours chasing a mysterious engine problem only to realize it was a tiny invisible leak? You know how frustrating that feels. In this video, I'm breaking down the 5 best car smoke leak detectors and showing you how they actually work in real-life situations. I'll give you straight, honest insights, what's genuinely useful, what can slow you down, and who really benefits from these tools. By the end, you'll know exactly which ones are worth your time and money without any hype or confusing specs. Stick around if you want clear, practical guidance before spending on one of these car-saving devices.
Number 5. ANCEL S200. So imagine your car suddenly starts losing power, fuel economy drops, or you hear weird hissing sounds. That's usually a leak somewhere, and finding it can be a pain. I tried using the ANCEL S200 smoke leak detector, and honestly, it makes that process way easier. You basically hook it to the car battery, connect it to the system you want to test, and it fills the line with smoke. Wherever smoke escapes, that's your leak. It's actually pretty satisfying to see the exact spot instead of guessing. What I liked most is how fast it finds small leaks. Stuff that would normally take hours to track down shows up in seconds. One thing I didn't love though, you still need some mechanical knowledge to use it properly. If you're a mechanic or serious DIY car person, it's really useful. But if you rarely work on cars, it might be overkill.
Number 4. FOXWELL SD201. Last month, my car started acting strange. The idle felt rough, fuel economy dropped, and the check engine light came on. A mechanic friend said it might be a leak somewhere, but finding it can take forever. So we tried the FOXWELL SD201 smoke leak detector. The idea is simple. Connect it to the car battery and send smoke through the system. Wherever smoke escapes, that's the leak. Watching the smoke slowly drift out of a tiny hose crack was oddly satisfying. What I liked most was how quickly it revealed the problem. The downside is you still need some basic car knowledge to use it properly. If you work on cars often, it's genuinely useful. If not, it might be more tool that you need.
Number 3. ANCEL S3000 Smoke Machine. Ever had your car lose power or throw a check engine light and you just can't figure out where the problem is coming from? That's usually when people suspect a leak somewhere in the system. I tried using the ANCEL S3000 smoke machine for exactly that situation. The process is pretty simple. You connect it to the car battery, send smoke through the pipes, and watch where it escapes. That's where the leak is hiding. In real use, what stood out to me was how quickly it generates smoke and helps you spot the issue without guessing. The downside is that you still need a bit of mechanical understanding to use it properly. If you work on cars regularly, it's a very practical tool. If you rarely touch your engine, it might feel unnecessary.
Number 2. FOXWELL SD203 Smoke Leak Detector. I'll be honest, tools like the FOXWELL SD203 Smoke Leak Detector are the kind of thing you don't think you need until you're chasing a mysterious engine problem for hours. After seeing it in action, I get why mechanics rely on it. Instead of guessing where a leak might be, the machine pushes smoke through the system and shows exactly where it escapes. That makes tracking down vacuum leaks, EVAP problems, or loose hoses much faster. In real use, it feels more like a practical diagnostic tool than a fancy gadget. One thing I genuinely like is the built-in air pump, so you don't need extra equipment. The downside? You still need some basic understanding of car systems. If you regularly work on vehicles, it's very useful. For occasional DIYers, it may be more tool than necessary.
Number 1. ANCEL S300. My car started idling strangely and burning more fuel than usual. Finding the cause wasn't easy. Small leaks in hoses can be hard to see. I used the ANCEL S300 smoke leak detector to check the system. Connect it to a 12-volt battery, send smoke through the pipes, and watch where it escapes. The process is simple once everything is connected. The biggest strength is clarity. Smoke shows the exact point of a leak, no guessing. That saves time during diagnosis. The weakness is the setup. You need basic knowledge of vehicle systems to use it properly. This tool makes sense for mechanics or serious DIY car owners. For someone who rarely works on cars, it will likely sit unused.
That's it for today's look at car smoke leak detectors. If you want to explore any of the tools I mentioned, I've dropped links down below, just for reference. Take your time, do what fits your car and skill level, and keep your rides running smooth. Catch you in the next one.